everyone, hope you guys are well. A girlfriend actually asked me a week after giving birth what my newborn essentials were, like right off the bat without even thinking, just go for it. And I texted her all the things I'm about to show you guys, and I found that these were the things that were essential to me. Again, you know, it could be completely different between every baby and every mom. I just wanted to put this out there in case it could help any one of you, because being a new mom, it's overwhelming to think about what we'd actually need. So hope you guys like this video. Besides the obvious diapers and wipes that you're gonna need right when you get home, I highly recommend getting some newborn size clothing. I mean, I know that seems kind of obvious, but a lot of people have told me that you don't need newborn size clothing. A lot of them either just outgrow it the first week, or you can just buy 0 to 3 months. But for my daughter, she was born 7 pounds, 13 ounces, and we definitely needed newborn clothing sizes for about three weeks, I would say. So you don't need a lot, but you definitely need just enough to get you by, because she was swimming in 3-month clothing. Throughout my pregnancy, I had my mindset that I was going to be breastfeeding 100%, but on the 3rd or 4th day we brought my daughter home, she was severely dehydrated. She wasn't peeing enough for her age, and at that point, you know, they told us to give formula to baby girl, and I didn't think I was gonna need it before giving birth, but I actually had a bunch of these laying around from signing up from Enfamil and Similac even months before, and they end up sending you samples. So I had some laying around, and I highly recommend that you get maybe just a little bit of formula or samples before you give birth. That way you have that option should you need it when you come home, and you don't have to run to the store to get it, especially nowadays. Along with the formula, since I was breastfeeding as well, I had these Komotomo baby bottles on my registry. So I had made sure that the nipples were slow flow, because I was breastfeeding, and if you are supplementing with formula, you want to make sure that the nipples on your bottles are slow flow so that it is more similar to a breastfeeding boob, if that makes sense. So having a bottle with one of the slow flow things around, definitely essential for us. My daughter is 2.5 months now, and we still use these Komotomo bottles, and I do love them. They're the ones with the silicone, this is like squishy right here. My only regret is not getting it in the bigger size to begin with. This is the 5-ounce bottle, and now my daughter is eating more than that, so I did end up getting the bigger ones. But right off the bat, I would have bought the bigger ones, but just make sure that you do buy a slow flow nipple. You could buy those separately, because the bigger bottles do come with a medium flow nipple, if that makes sense. So bottles, having them around the first week, again, were really helpful for us. Some other clothing essentials are mittens, because no matter how short their nails are, they end up still scratching their face, and they're so sensitive the first few weeks that just the slightest, you know, thing like that could leave like a mark. So little mittens were essential, as well as little socks, because their feet get really cold even though it's hot, and my daughter sweats a lot, but her feet are always cold. So little socks like these, I thought honestly they were useless, because look how little they are. She doesn't fit these anymore, but when she was a newborn, these were the only ones that fit her, and these are from Amazon, so I'll try to link them below. But yep, little socks. My daughter came out with a full head of hair, so a newborn baby brush was indeed essential, otherwise her hair would just be sticking out everywhere. Look who made a cameo, guys. This is Jana Cassandra. Hi, Jana. Can you say hi to everybody? This is Jana. Jana, look at baby. I think the lights are a little too bright for her, but this is what I mean by a full head of hair. So we definitely needed a brush for her, because if not, her hair would be all over the place. You wanna say hi, Jana? Let's see how much I could do with her in my lap. While I have her in my lap, we can do another essential for her, which are nail clippers. Now, I only cut her nails when she's breastfeeding, or are you trying to eat this? Are you hungry, babe? Are you hungry? So again, I only cut her nails when she is breastfeeding, or like in deep sleep, because I would not even chance it if she's awake, because I cannot stand it if I cut her accidentally. So these are safety first. They're really cheap but really effective, and they work really well. I guess she's joining me for the rest of this video. So another essential is a thermometer. These are the forehead ones, but definitely needed because you really want to monitor your baby and your own temperature the first few days. So any thermometer, but this is the one we have and I like it. Another thing I didn't realize we would need to use so much are burp cloths. These are great. They're from Amazon, but any burp cloth, even the ones from Target, will do. Burp cloths because, well, now at this age they drool a lot, but as a newborn, babies tend to spit up after feeding, so you definitely go through a lot of these. So burp cloths. Another grooming essential for me were these baby Q-tips. I found these on Amazon, and they're basically Q-tips, but just a lot thinner. One is a pointy end, one is like kind of a textured end. And what I used these for were for those little boogers that they would have. Now, I do have a nose Frida, but as you can see, it's still in the box. I've yet to use it. I believe this works best on runny noses, but I don't know. I haven't used it, but these little Q-tips were lifesavers in getting like little dried boogers from her nose and, you know, cleaning her ears and her belly button very delicately, but those came in super handy. You okay, baby? Our next essential is, what's this jar? A sound machine. Now this is the My Baby portable sound machine, but we also have a Hatch sound machine in the room. And what this basically does is play either like white noise or lullabies. She prefers lullabies while she's napping. And the reason why I find these to be extremely helpful is it keeps them napping longer. Sometimes the smallest noises like doors opening or mailman coming. What was that? What was that, baby? Was it a fart or a burp? Since we couldn't bathe baby for the first few weeks because of the umbilical cord, we tend to give her sponge baths. And in between those days where we do give her sponge baths, these Masala no rinse cleansing waters were life-saving. She agrees. You like this, baby? So all you do with these, it works basically like a cleansing water for your face, but this is super gentle. It has a fragrance, but very, very light, and she doesn't seem bothered by it. But you just take either a washcloth or little cotton pads, soak it in this, and just wipe her body, her face. It's safe for her face and everywhere. Another Amazon find that's not completely necessary but was super helpful was this baby tongue cleaner. It's basically like a little lollipop with a gauze in the end, and they're individually wrapped so you know they're sterile. All you do is open this and clean the milk film that forms on their tongue, especially when they're drinking formula. And since Jana was supplementing with formula, she tended to have that build up. So this was just really nice to have. And again, if I can find them, I'll try to link them down below. So the next few things on my list are for you mamas. And again, these are things I found extremely helpful the first week or two, but I plan on making a more in-depth video on my postpartum essentials. So if you are interested, please stay tuned, and I should have a video coming out right after this. First, I have nipple cream, because as a new breastfeeding mom, your nipples really go through the ringer, and let me tell you, it is not pretty. So this really provided comfort, and the one I have is Lancino Organic Nipple Balm. Now at the hospital, you can ask for it and they can give you like little samples of it, but I just prefer to have some ready at home, and good thing I did because I ended up using them. So this is the Lancino Organic Nipple Balm. Another thing I found helpful breastfeeding were these Nipple Shields that my lactation specialist got me into, and let me tell you, these saved my life because, like I said, breastfeeding is no joke, and my nipples, TMI, were bleeding and cracked and so painful. So these Nipple Shields help provide relief and kind of helped with the latch. Again, I'm not a professional, but these really made the biggest difference in breastfeeding because I was very close to giving up, and just slowly pumping. So Snipple Shields look like this, kind of like a silicone piece. The lactation nurse told me to fold it up, kind of like a sombrero. It's hard to do on here, but you get the point, kind of like that, and then you stick it on and the sides kind of flap down so it really forms to your boob, and then you breastfeed. So again, these made the biggest difference for me. These are the Lancino brand. They come in 2 and they come in a case like this. For sponge baths, I found this guy on Amazon. It's basically like a foamy pad with a, you know, contour of a baby in there, but it's really convenient. It's really cheap. You just basically put this in any surface, and when we would sponge bath her, we could just lay her on here and all the excess, you know, water can just be absorbed here. And now she takes baths, we still use this. We like to lay her on this after the bathtub to clean her up a little bit more. But yeah, I found this to be, again, extremely useful. So this bath mat is a good one. You've all probably seen this before, but this is a Boppy. That was an awkward way to hold it. But yeah, this is my Boppy. I actually have 2. I got gifted 2 from my registry. I keep one downstairs and I keep this one up here. But this is pretty much essential for any new breastfeeding mom. You basically wrap it around your waist and you're able to find like a comfy height for you and baby to breastfeed, and, you know, can help you find the best position and all that. Sadly, my baby girl, well, not sadly, she is actually very tall and she outgrew this, so I don't use this to breastfeed. But sadly, I don't use it for that, but I know we'll make use of this when she starts sitting up, and we can use it for tummy time and all sorts of other things. So while I don't use it now, this was definitely essential for me the first few weeks. There also is the Boppy Lounger, which I actually forgot to grab. It's downstairs, but the Boppy Lounger looks pretty much like this, but with no holes. So it's kind of like a bean bag for babies. That is extremely useful in terms of, you know, if you're alone and you need to grab something. Now, mind you, this is for a newborn before they can turn and twist and turn, but that Boppy Lounger is amazing. You can take pictures of baby on it as a newborn because they fit snugly right in the middle, and it makes for good backdrops, but also it's very convenient if you just want to lay baby down while you're eating, or you need to grab something or go to the restroom. So I highly recommend the Boppy itself and the Boppy Lounger. And as you know, it comes in many different colors and patterns, and you can take out the cloth and just wash that. The next item, again, is pretty controversial. I mean, there's so many things with moms, but I feel like you have to do what you gotta do. And, you know, I'm talking about a pacifier. Some moms hate it, some moms love it, but honestly, guys, sometimes my baby just needed to suck and my boobs were just overly, that sounds really bad, but sometimes my boobs were just way too sore and she's not really hungry. She just wants something to kind of like suck on. So these passies were life-saving for us. And again, it's up to you whether you want to introduce this so early on, but for me, like, I don't think she depended on it. She actually doesn't use this much now, but back, you know, as a newborn, this really helped keep her quiet sometimes. And again, it's up to your discretion if you want to introduce a passy so early or not, up to you. This particular one is Nano Bebe. I have no idea. I'll write it down below, but this is the only passy that she liked. And you can quickly get these on Amazon as well. So this is what it looks like. So if you are breastfeeding, then you know that nursing bras are basically a must. And while I do own some, I just don't like wearing bras at home. I hate the idea of having to wear a bra and in a shirt and all that. So I found something that works better for me, and those are nursing camis. So I'm actually wearing them right now. They're just a basic cami, but has a detachable straps right here. So on a hot day, I could just wear that and be okay and be decent walking around the house. But should I have guests come over, I also recommend having these like kimono style robes. They come in so many colors and prints, and I probably own way too much by now, but that's okay because I wear them all the time. And then I have a bunch of these like robes. This is just a super soft robe. And these kinds of robes are great because when you have guests over or family, I mean, realistically right now you shouldn't have guests coming over, but it just covers you up when you don't want to be too exposed. So it's just really cute, and you look like, you know, you're not just naked walking around the house basically. So I love my nursing camis and robes and highly recommend them for new moms. You guys, this is basically just my opinion. These are things that made life easy, especially being a new mom. And you don't need any of these things. All baby needs is your love and your care and your milk. So some of these things might work for you, some of them might not, but if this could be helpful to anyone out there, then this was worth sharing. So hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will be posting my postpartum essentials coming right up. So if you are interested, then watch out for that. Hope you guys have a good day. Thank you for watching.